Namaste. Welcome to this lecture series on G-Acoustics. In today's lecture, we are going to talk about two topics. One is the reverberation time called RT60, and the second is the measurement method of RT60. Before explaining about this reverberation time, I would like to reiterate about the two things that we have dealt earlier, which is room acoustics and soundproofing. Right? Room acoustics is something pertaining to a room within the room, and soundproofing is something which we have to isolate the sound, whether it's coming from outside or you want to prevent the sound going from inside to outside. Right? Two different concepts. So this reverberation time is something pertaining to the room acoustics. Coming to the concept of what is a reverberation time. Now let us consider there is a room. Okay, there is a source of sound and you are there to listening to this speaker where it generates the sound. Now let us assume this room is a new studio room which is not yet furnished. You have taken up this studio for your new venture and you are playing the music. So what happens? You will listen to the sound, not only direct sound, there is a lot of reflected sound which comes reflecting on different surfaces, right? So one is a direct sound, we have a reflector sound R1, R2, R3, like that there will be multiple reflected sound based on the single sound that was generated, right? For more delay of any reflected sound is going to create a lot of echo inside the room, right? Now what is a conventional method people used to do is, they used to just cover the wall. Okay, I need to do acoustics for this room, and they try to put some absorption material around this room. So let us assume the extreme condition, right? In the extreme condition, all the four walls, say it is covered with a foam material, right? Foam, an absorbent material, and it is fully covered on all the surfaces, maybe including the ceiling. Now what happens? So here most of the sound that you are going to listen is only the direct sound. There won't be any reflection. Very minimal reflections will be there. Whichever sound that is bouncing onto the wall or to the ceiling is going to get absorbed. Okay, so these are two extreme conditions, right? One, this we call it as a reverberant room. Yeah, reverberant room or echoey room, right? This room we call it as a dead room, right? This is a dead room. Now, which is the right type of room? Neither this nor this, right? Now, what is reverberation time? Okay. Now, let me explain what is the concept of reverberation time is all about. Now, reverberation time is something related to the absorption coefficient, which we explained in the previous lecture, right? It is related to absorption coefficient. How it is related? This is how it is. RT60 is equal to 0.161 volume divided by A. So what are these? Okay, this is also called as a Sabine's equation. Yeah, so RT60 is related to the total absorption. What is A? Now RT60 is measured in seconds. So unit is in seconds. Now A is the total absorption inside the room. Okay, total absorption inside the room. And what is V? V is the volume of the room in meter cube. Okay, this is how it is related. So, what is A? In the previous lecture you have studied, A is equal to the sum of S times alpha, where S is the surface area. Yeah, let us call it as X, S, X and alpha X. So S is the surface area of a specific surface of a specific material, and alpha is the absorption coefficient of that particular material, and that is how it is related. So absorption coefficient of inside the room and the total absorption inside the room will decide what is the reverberation time. And one more important thing is, this reverberation time is dependent on frequency. That means the RT60 value For different frequency, the RT60 values are different. Maybe the dead room, the RT60 value 0.05 seconds, like that. So which means it's totally absorbed. And in this room, what will be the RT60 value? Approximately, maybe about, depending on the size of the room, yeah, 2 to 3 seconds. Now these are the two extremes. So which is both are not desirable. So which is the ideal thing? Ideal thing is somewhere in between. International standard that is followed is 3382. ISO standard 3382. There is 1 and 33822. Okay. This is the standard for performance spaces, and 3382-2 is for ordinary rooms. Okay, these are the standards for the RT60 measurement. Now, how do we get? So this RT60, one is a measurement, okay, and second aspect is how do you get the specific reverberation time for a room? Okay, that is usually done using simulation, acoustic simulation method, which we normally do for any specific room, depending on what is the international standard for this room, depending on the volume, what is the recommended reverberation time at different frequencies. Yeah. Now, coming to the measurement method, okay, how it is measured. Now, for example, let us say this is a room, okay, and here normally we will have a big speaker which is going to play a pink noise, okay, which means there will be a signal generator which will be connected to this through an amplifier, of course, through an amplifier. Let us take this as a powered speaker, right, powered speaker, and we will generate a pink noise. Now we have this equipment here, the measurement equipment with a special calibrated microphone which is going to measure the sound that is generated by this speaker. And what is done is the pink noise is generated. It is measured at different frequencies simultaneously, and the readings are given out. Okay. Now, what is the reverberation time exactly? Now, RT60, reverberation time RT60, what it means is, now 60 is the 60 decibel, okay, 60 decibel sound. What RT60 means 60 decibel, and let us assume that I am going to play this pink noise at a specific volume, which let us assume that it is 100 dB. At 100 dB, I am going to play a pink noise, right? It will play for about 10 seconds. Now immediately it will be stopped. This experiment is repeated. That is, 10 second it will be on, 10 second off, 10 second on, 10 second off. Like that, about 6 times when it is done, what happens? 6 measurements are taken. That is, when the sound is off, the equipment will measure minus 60 dB, right? So that way it happens. In this type of equipment, there is also a way of doing this, because sometimes we don't wait for the 60 dB to happen. So we do a setting called T30. That is, we do only for 30 dB sound to die. Okay, we'll allow the original noise to die down to about 30 dB, and we will wait. And what happens is, because it's a linear curve, and equipment does the extrapolation. This particular location is varied. One measurement is taken here, one measurement is taken here, one here. So depending on that, and not only that, even this source of sound also is taken at this place, this place, this place, like that. So both these positions are varied within the inside the room, and different sets of measurements are taken. One important thing we should remember is RT60 is frequency dependent. When RT60 does not have any suffix apart from the 60, that means this RT60 is measured at 500 hertz. So when there is no value that is mentioned of frequency here, that means these values are measured at 500 hertz. So when I say frequency dependent, RT60 is measured at different sets of frequencies. One is 63 hertz, 63 hertz, then 125 hertz, 250 hertz, 500 hertz, 1 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz, 4 kilohertz, 8 kilohertz. These are the set of frequency, and this is each octave is doubling of frequency is an octave, which we saw in the previous lectures. So RT60 is measured at these set of frequencies by the equipment itself. So that is, we don't measure at different frequency, that is at 63 hertz, 125 hertz. No, not that way, because pink noise is a noise which is spread over the complete audio spectrum starting from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So when you are playing a pink noise, all sets of frequencies are available in that particular signal. So this equipment will take the spot frequency measurements at 63 specific frequencies, and it will give different values. Now, when I say RT60 is frequency dependent, that means a single material inside the room as part of room treatment is not going to help, because each of the material, the absorption coefficient is different, which is also frequency dependent. It will vary from frequency to frequency. One set of panel will be helpful for measuring this set of frequency, another set will be useful for treating this set of frequency. So if we have to address for the complete set of frequency the RT60 values, then we have to use the specific material, and that's the reason room acoustics, getting the right reverberation time inside the room, is a challenging task, because it uses a combinations of panels like an absorption panel, a diffusion panel, and LF absorber, or otherwise called as bass traps. All these combinations of panels are going to help in getting the right reverberation time at this different set of frequency. To give a curve, the reverberation curve, sometimes it will be the curve will be looking something like this. Normal room where no treatment is done, which is at different frequencies, and this one is the RT60 value, which is going to be in seconds, okay, at different frequency. This is how I will also put a particular slide of reverberation time, RT60 curve. Now, how are you going to achieve that RT60? Acoustic simulation is done by us for any type of environment that we do the acoustic solution. Based on the specific value to be achieved, we use different combinations of panels in getting the right reverberation time. I hope this particular lecture of reverberation time RT60 and the measurement method has thrown you some light about the importance of acoustics. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions related to this lecture or any of my previous lectures on why acoustics, you can email me at ganesh@gacoustics.com,